Where's Williams now? Well, he's back at the swamp. He's back at the pond. He's back off of Ferndale Road in Wayzata. As we pan down, orange peels, cork, steel wool, dryer lint, cotton ball Vaseline, and it's still smoldering. I will say those orange peels, they're holding a flame, and like I said, I haven't used them before, but I guess they do smell good when you burn them. So, there's my dad right here. Dad, how old are you?
I'm 82.
82 years old. He's seen a lot. You ever seen the COVID virus before?
No, that's brand new, and it's a really scary thing right now, but quite frankly, I'm more concerned about climate change and global warming. We're going to solve the virus. We're going to find a vaccine, or it's going to wear itself out. Climate change just gets worse every single day.
So explain in 30 seconds what happens with global warming, if you can.
Okay, we generate carbon dioxide. We burn petroleum fuels and other fuels that create carbon dioxide. Now, if you could see it and exhale and this purple air would come out, it would be a lot easier to explain. In every million parts of air, right now there are 416 parts of carbon dioxide. Doesn't sound like very much, but we're talking about physics. Doesn't take very much. Carbon dioxide is an insulator. It's like putting a wool blanket over the earth. And as we get more carbon dioxide, we just keep piling wool blankets on top of the earth. I started tracking CO2 in about 15 years ago, and the count was 380 parts per million. Today, I checked this morning, it's 416 parts per million. It goes up 2 points a year. So they say when we get to 450, it's too late. Okay, but if it's that's 34 point, that's 17 years. In 17 years, we could have enough CO2 in the air to mean that we can't stop it. We can mitigate it. We can prevent it from getting worse, but the glaciers are going to melt, the ocean's going to rise, boundary waters is going to change. It's going to go from a pine, tamarack, spruce forest to a hardwood forest, maple and oak. And that's going to happen because the warmer weather, and it's getting warmer up there right now, allows the maple and oak to expand. They grow better in warmer weather. So they're just moving in, and they throw a lot of seeds, you got a maple tree in your yard, it's a real mess in the spring and fall. A lot of acorns. Spruce, pine, tamarack do not compete well. They just don't throw that many seeds, and the weather's changing. So maple and oak are going to have an advantage, and they're just going to move right through. And if that doesn't happen, the pine bark beetle, it's right now stripping the hills in South Dakota and Wyoming and Colorado and California, turning trees brown. That's going to move out of Montana into Canada. It's going to come across the bottom of Canada, the top of North Dakota, through the jack pine forest. It's going to hit the boundary waters, and it's going to kill everything there. Now, probably you won't be 82, you may be halfway there when that happens, but my source of information at the University Forestry Division says it's going to happen.
So what can 16 and 17-year-old kids do to address global warming?
Well, pay attention if you can. It's hard to find right now. All you read about is the virus. Make sure your parents understand that this is going on. You might ask them if they understand. Are they concerned? And are they doing anything about it?
So what is something you can do?
Vote.
Vote?
You got to find a candidate who understands the change that's coming and the danger it presents, and then you got to get that candidate in office.
And then how about everyday life?
Everyday life. Well, driving less is good. Flying less is good. Actually.
So the virus is actually helping us right now.
Oh, yeah.
We're not driving or flying.
No, the count isn't going down. People are surprised about that because they thought that 416 will go to 414 or 413 or 12. That's not happening, and I'm not sure why that's the case. Maybe if we go long enough, God forbid, that count will go down.
So more mass transit, biking, walking,
Yes. Yeah.
Electric cars,
Electric cars
buses.
would be good. Whenever you drive out in the country, my wife and I were driving around yesterday, and there several great big installations of solar panels, and you just have to cheer for that.
Solar
'Cause
panels. Okay.
That's not a CO2 source.
Right. Okay. All right. So there it is. A man that's 82 years old, extremely smart, shared a little wisdom with us. Thanks, Dad.
You're welcome.